Hello, everybody. Jess Lohse with SBCA, Structural Building and Components Association. Another weekly update. It is July 3rd, 2024, which means tomorrow is going to be July 4th. Happy Independence, everybody. It's a special holiday to me. Obviously, independence and all of that. I could get into a whole bunch of things about that, but I think I'll talk about the OQM coming up next week. But before I forget, play safe this weekend. We want to see as many people as possible in Bellevue, Washington next week for our OQM, and that's going to be kicking off Tuesday afternoon. And really, it's very similar to a lot of the things we've done in the past. This time, we're going to be getting a little bit later of a start, about 3 p.m. The Northwest Truss Fabricators Association has their golf outing earlier that day. So I'm sure there'll be some people that are really happy to come and sit in the room with us. It'll probably have some AC. It's going to be hot next week in Bellevue. I think highs in the 80s, maybe low 90s, but sunny. And I promised good weather, and I think it's going to deliver, maybe even a little too nice, but we'll see how that goes. But Tuesday afternoon, we will talk about SBCA updates, including kind of what we've done with our education program, kind of the next level after that LMS. We'll also talk about where we're at in the process of updating BCSI, as well as some potential code change proposals that we've got for the IRC coming up later this fall and winter. So we'll really, look for some dialogue, some yes, we're on the right track, no, we're not type things. I think we are, obviously, or I'd have changed it already, but it is helpful to get the opinions and thoughts from all of the component manufacturers and suppliers that attend the OQMs. It's a great way to impact what SBCA does and produces. So looking forward to that. If we have time, we'll probably also touch on the component warning notice. If we don't have it Tuesday afternoon, we'll probably put that into the board meeting on Thursday, also with a strategic plan update. But only having a couple hours and wanting to get everybody out to the group dinner on time, we will probably work fast. But if conversation dictates, we will move some things to Thursday as well, and we can put them in the board meeting. Beyond that, I mentioned the group dinner. Looking forward to everybody being able to get together on that. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, those are always a challenge. Getting 80, 90, 100, 110 people fed all at once can be a difficult thing, but it is good to have the camaraderie, being able to break bread with one another at your table and kind of have that social aspect as well. That's a big part of the OQMs. Beyond that, going into Wednesday, we've got a couple panels. Again, we're going with our education trend here. So we're going to do a panel on the Innovative Housing Showcase, really catch all of our component manufacturer, supplier, and NFC people up that may have just seen it from afar. We're going to have kind of an in-depth conversation with a lot of our staff members who were there, who helped, put it on, all of that to help kind of articulate the value that we see and what we're, why we continue to do this. Beyond that, we're also going to have a panel with the people who attended the European offsite tour. So we're going to get to hear firsthand their experience, what they liked about it, what they expected versus what they actually saw, and some things. Hopefully we can have some tips that we can bring over from, Europe to help North American component manufacturers. After that, we're going to have a discussion on AI led by Kendall Hoyd. He's got a presentation, and it's one of those things because Kendall is such a smart guy. He's almost like AI. So I don't know, if it's going to be just talking about himself. I'm not joking there, but the AI, has been a really good argument for a lot of different ways within our component industry. I'm curious to see what Kendall has to say about it and some things that he's been working on, and, probably, have a wealth of information. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Beyond that, we'll have lunch, obviously. And then after that, we'll have our committees meeting, marketing, management, membership, BCMC, advocacy, education. So a couple different blocks there. We got some very specific things to work on with BCMC and education, getting some sessions nailed down, but been going well with that. And then Wednesday afternoon, late afternoon, early evening, we're going to be having an offsite happy hour. We'll have to probably get in some Ubers or drive, a few blocks. It's not too terribly far, I think 6-7 minutes, but I think it is a little bit too far to walk. But we will do that, offer another social aspect of the OQM. People get together and just kind of talk about things, what's going on, personal life, professional life, what's working, what's not, what do you see for trends coming up? And are you going to be able to be at BCMC? That's a question I want everybody to answer yes to. But with that, we'll get into Thursday. That's our board meeting. Then everybody will fly home, and the next event will be BCMC. So we've got that on the mind. We've got a lot of things coming up. Milwaukee's going to be great. But before we get there, we got to do well in Bellevue, and looking forward to seeing everybody there. Beyond that, a couple other updates. It's been busy for staff. It seems like there's not really any slow time, which I think is a good thing for the association, for our staff. But, this week we just had our quarterly reviews for a lot of our folks, to where, making sure everybody's on the right path and got some goals and some things to work on. When the hustle and bustle does kind of die down, allows them some time to focus on specific long-term projects. Beyond that, we also have the safety coordinator position open. We've been conducting some interviews there. I think we're getting it narrowed down. But if there is somebody that'd like to get their resume in, feel free to email it. It is posted, should be posted on our website. Follow the instructions there. But looking forward to bringing that person on board, hopefully sometime in July. Obviously, we got the holiday and OQM next week just kind of delays some of the things to make sure that we're doing it the right way and making sure we got the right candidates and making a very difficult decision because there are a lot of really quality. I was going to say cool because they're, we're going to make safety cool, but the quality candidates is the first and foremost. Beyond that, I think that kind of wraps it up. I'm a little long, but I want you to go out and have a great 4th of July and hopefully a long weekend if you're taking Friday off too. I am. Some in our office are, some of them are not, but our offices will be closed tomorrow. But beyond that, great weekend. Looking forward to seeing everybody in Bellevue next week. And from there, we will take it away. Peaks off, press on. I heard somebody's trying to steal that. Not ripping it off, just trying to use it, which I appreciate. It's a form of flattery. But peaks up, press on. We'll talk to you all a little bit later. Goodbye.